And we do that thing, stretch out the face, stretch out the face, get ready to talk on the camera. Today, I'm gonna share my favorite tips and tricks for using the Liquify tool in Photoshop. Hey there and welcome to Phlearn. My name is Aaron Nace. You can find me on phlearn.com where we make learning fun. And in today's video, we're gonna show you some awesome things you can do with the Liquify tool. Now, basically the Liquify tool is used to move things around in your image. So if you want to make something wider or smaller, you can really do just about anything with this tool. I recommend keeping things a little bit more on the subtle side, especially if you're working with people, because you can completely just change how that person looks, which if you're doing like a cartoon effect, that's totally cool. But if you want something realistic, I recommend keeping this subtle. And one of my favorite things to do with the Liquify tool is actually to edit clothing, because clothing has a tendency to like wrinkle and bunch up, and you can make it really nice and smooth using the Liquify tool. And for me, that plays nicely in my boundaries because I don't like to edit people's bodies too much. So it's just like ethically not something I'm into. But clothing, I'm like, let's make this look great. So we're gonna give you some great tips and tricks. You can download this sample image by clicking right up here so you can follow along with this tutorial. So my first tip in Photoshop is to convert your image into a smart object. This way you can go back and edit your Liquify filter at any time. So we're gonna right click here on our background and go down to convert to smart object. And here you can see our little smart object icon. The next thing we're gonna do is go to filter and then down to Liquify. And you can see we have an entire dialog box just for the Liquify tool. Now, there are great tools here, but there are just a few of them that we actually wind up using. And the first is this forward warp tool. Now, basically, let's just make our brush a little bit larger. This will allow you to push and pull things in your image. So we're gonna bring our pressure up a little bit and we'll just kind of give you a little example. So I can push that down if I wanted to, or I can take this and push it up if I wanted to. There we go. Let's just hit undo a couple times. Now, the whole idea with this tool is you want to use your brush about the same size as what you want to push and pull. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. We're going to focus on these little wrinkles here on our subject's clothing. So I want to kind of smooth out that little crease we have. So we're going to choose a smaller brush here and push this in just a little bit. And my suggestion is to use a low pressure. So we're going to use a pressure somewhere between 10 and 15. And you saw how I smoothed that in, and now I'm gonna make my brush a little bit larger and just kind of push this in a little bit more to smooth over that shape. So when you're working with a small area, like here we have a little dip in, we're gonna make a nice small brush, push that in a little bit, there we go. And here we have a nice small brush, we're gonna push this back in this position there. Okay, so use a small brush when you're working with small details, and then if you wanna make a big change, just make your brush a little bit larger, and then you can push larger areas. Now, my suggestion here is to use a density of about 50%. This basically affects what area of the brush is going to get effective, and 50% is nice and natural. So again, I want to smooth out, again, we have these points like here and here, so choose a nice small brush, just kind of push those little points in, smooth them out subtly. There we go. And now that those points are smoothed out, we're going to just choose a larger brush and we're going to just smooth out this entire shape. There we go. And choose an even larger brush and just kind of push this in there. And you can see we're able to get a really nice smooth shape out of this clothing. So this is the forward warp tool. It's one of my favorite tools to use in Photoshop, and it's incredibly powerful. Now, my next tip has to do with reconstruction, and this is something that's unique to the Liquify tool. With other tools, you basically just get to undo them, and it completely doesn't undo. But with the Liquify tool, you can do a reconstruct and choose how much undo you'd like to do. So there's two ways to reconstruct. There's a reconstruct dialog and a reconstruct brush. Let's go ahead and show you those both. So here we have our reconstruct brush. It's right underneath our forward warp tool. So reconstruct brush. And basically I can start painting around my image, and you see as I do, it just pushes it back to its original place. Let's go ahead and undo that, Control or Command Z, and see how this looks on a smaller scale. So I can paint here, and you can see it just kind of pulls it back to where it was originally. So if you find that you overdid something a little bit, it's not a problem to just pull it back. And you don't have to go all the way. You can just do a little bit, there we go, just a little bit here and there, and then you can find the area that looks good. Now, my other favorite method is to use the Reconstruct dialog. So here in our right sidebar, we're going to go to where it says Brush Reconstruct Options. Let's open this up and we're going to click on Reconstruct. And here we can actually just revert any changes that we made in our image and get a really good idea of what we've done to our image, and then choose a nice middle ground. Maybe right about there, choose a little bit more of a natural effect, hit OK, and you're good to go. My next tip comes in handy when you want to leave part of your image the same and you want to change another part of your image. You'll want to use a freeze mask. So let's go ahead and zoom into our image. We're going to work on our subject's face now. I'm going to go over here to my freeze mask, and we're going to paint right over top of our subject's face. Now, any place you paint with your freeze mask, this is not going to be changed by the Liquify tool. So for instance, oftentimes people's faces, you don't really want this to be changed that much. Okay, so go ahead and paint in where you need. You can use the erase freeze mask tool. It's called the Thaw tool, which is kind of fun, to just simply erase away your freeze mask. So we just grab our freeze mask tool again, go ahead and paint this in. Make sure you get the entire area you don't want to change. Back to our forward warp tool, and there we go. So I'm able to edit the sleeve, but everything on our face stays exactly the same. So now that we have our freeze mask in place, it's time to use our next tool, which is going to help us smooth out the line in our subject's clothing. Now, the pucker tool is actually designed to shrink an area. For instance, if I wanted to shrink her hand, I could just simply click on her hand and shrink it. I know that looks really weird, and that's generally not how I use the tool. I like to use the tool by making it a little bit smaller and by just drawing right over across a line in clothing. And basically what it does is it pulls it all together to form that line and helps to smooth things out quite a bit. So as you can see here, it basically just pulls from both the left and the right to help you smooth these lines out. Okay, let's just make it a little bit smaller here. We're in a smaller area. There we go. And it's just going to kind of pull everything in to the center line and help you smooth out these lines in your clothing. And of course, you can always go back in with the forward warp tool and make any corrections that you need. So using these tools, you're going to be able to make a ton of great changes to your images. Now let's go ahead and hit OK here, and it's going to apply all these effects. But remember what we did when we started this video is we made a smart object. So I can actually turn this liquify off and on and seeing our before and after. Not only that, but because it's a smart object, I can double click where it says liquify. Let's double click there. And I'm back in the Liquify dialog with all my settings in place. So for instance, I could go to Reconstruct right here. Let's say I overdid something a little bit. I could simply bring this down and get right back to my original. All right, let's go just undo that. I think that was great. We'll hit OK, and those changes will be applied automatically. Now, for the sake of time, let's speed things up. I'm going to make some changes to our subject's clothing, and then we'll show you the before and after. Let's go ahead and see our before and after. Here's our before image and the after. All right, so we can see what a big difference just cleaning up some of the lines in our clothing makes to the overall image. We get a much more refined photo while our subject stays the same. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to get free tutorials from us every single week, click on that subscribe button right up there. You can learn more about Photoshop basics by clicking on this playlist. And if you want to go even more in depth, I suggest clicking right up here to learn more about Phlearn Pro to get access to every one of our advanced tutorials on Phlearn.com. Thank you so much. I'll Phlearn you later. Bye, everyone.